Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Morning Live. I am your host, Tim, and I'm so excited to be here. We're going to do a little bit of demoing with Feedback Panda and ManyCam, and I'm going to show you those two tools, which I do use frequently in my classroom. So hope you enjoy that, and we'll just hang out and chat. I see that a few people have popped on, so that is awesome. If you are here, please say hello. Would love to say hi back and chat to each other in the chat. Let me know if you have ever used Feedback Panda or ManyCam in your classroom. I was a Feedback Panda early on when I started teaching. It probably took me about 6 months to subscribe and to get Feedback Panda. And then with ManyCam, I'm very much a new user. I've only been using it for about, I would say, a month. And I'm not really using it to its full potential. I'm just kind of dabbling in a little bit here and there. And I enjoy some of the functions. So I'll show you some of that in a minute. Let's just say hello to those that have joined. Gwen says good morning. So Gwen, you are a Feedback Panda and ManyCam user. Awesome. But I always enjoy learning new suggestions. Okay, cool. Maybe you've got suggestions for us as well. I will show you some of the ways that I use it, and also with Feedback Panda, we'll chat about that if anyone's interested. I have had several questions from people wanting to see how I actually go from the classroom to Feedback Panda, what I do to get my feedback done quickly, because I am someone that does my feedback in between classes. So I try to get it done within those 1 to 2 minutes. So I have a couple of tricks for that. And with ManyCam, we'll jump in and look at some of the cool things that you can do there. James, hey James, thinking about Panda, but can't put ManyCam on my computer. Okay, yeah, so I don't know exactly the specs with ManyCam. It's just depending on your machine. And so it does require a high processing unit. And it's not as friendly with Macs from what I've heard. But with my new MacBook Pro 2020, it's pretty good. So it has, it's able to run, and I've never had any problems with it. So good morning, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. Good to have you. And Les Ryan is here. Hey, Les Ryan. Who else is popping in? Good, we've got 18 people. That's great. Wow, super fast. Thanks, guys, for joining. It is more fun with people, for sure. Hey, Ben, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Good morning, Jaylin. Just started using Feedback Panda and love it. Game changer. Yeah, I 100% agree. And I'll go through some of the things that I've heard people say who don't use Feedback Panda. So if you're not a Feedback Panda user, tell me why, or tell me, what you do for feedback. I'm very curious. Tina is here. Hey, good morning. Excited to learn about ManyCam. That is great. Tina says she's never used either. Okay, awesome. Hey, Janine. Good to see you. Awesome. Glad you're here. Les Ryan has used ManyCam. Educator. Yeah. Hey, Aaron. Aaron, I think you're the one that won my gift card last week, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I got it to you. Hopefully I did. So good to have you back on the live. Prico, buenos dias, Priscilla from Costa Rica. Hey, Priscilla. Okay, gotcha. Maria is here. Zhao Shanghao, Yin Yin de Pengyo. That means good morning, Yin Yin, my friend, my cat. Chill with cat. Too funny. Feedback Panda equals not yet. No worries. So you might be convinced to check it out after this. I will jump into it in a minute. Stephanie says, I want to use ManyCam, but I'm buying a new laptop and am waiting. Okay, so what laptop are you buying, Stephanie? Let me know. I'm not an expert on the specs, but definitely a newer laptop is going to help you be able to run the software. And it's, as I said, more PC friendly than Mac friendly, but the newer Macs this year can totally run it, no problem. I wouldn't have been able to run it on my old MacBook Air 2017, but the Pro 2020 is just fine. Kim says she hasn't used either before. Okay, Vera, hey, very good to see you. ManyCam user here, awesome. Amanda Panda, yes, the ManyCam expert is here, awesome. Yeah, so Amanda, I'm not showing all of the features, but if you want to learn more about ManyCam, do check out Amanda Panda. She has tons of resources for that, lots of freebies and tips and tricks. So jump in if I'm missing anything, Amanda Panda, and let me know. But we're just going to go through the very, very basics in about 10 minutes of time. So I'm really just giving you kind of an intro, and I'm just a brand new baby ManyCam user, so I'm just doing the basics at the moment. Alexander says, currently finishing Feedback. Have always been curious about Feedback. Want to try ManyCam, but probably need a tech upgrade first. Yeah. So actually, Amanda, if you know more about the tech, you can let us know in the chat. I would love to hear if you know any of the spec requirements for ManyCam. You can drop them in the chat and let us know. Hey, Jalen, I'm interested in ManyCam, but it looks quite tricky. Yeah, so it can, I mean, there's so many features with ManyCam that you can get into. It certainly is, it can be as advanced as you make it, I guess, is an easy way of saying it. And you can also use just the very simple features and the basics of it. So we will jump into that in a minute. James says, not that I can't use it, but every time I download it to my home computer, it's deleted. Oh, that's strange. I think you had trouble with the GoGoKid platform as well, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, lots and lots and lots of GoGoKid updates. My latest video on my channel will go over all of the updates from GoGoKid in the last 3 to 6 months, and I've just got another one today. If you are interested in GoGoKid, they have gotten rid of the recorded demo schedule, so you don't have to go in and schedule your demo anymore. It used to be that you had to schedule and it was going to be live or recorded. Now they've gotten rid of that completely. It is only recorded, but now you can go in as of, I believe, this morning and just do it as a self-recorded demo. So that's really cool. Specs for ManyCam. Mac, new Macs use a Mac created chip. This new chip runs better than an Intel chip that it used to have. Okay, I know that they've done lots of upgrades on that, Amanda. Yeah, I should have you on sometime if I do another ManyCam, and we can get even more techie and more advanced and show the folks some of the things that you're offering. Alexander says, I save my feedback as templates and edit as needed since raises no longer depend on feedback percentage. I'll admit that I've gotten a bit lazy with it. Yeah, true. I mean, my highest month of feedback was 80%, and I accredited that to the quality feedback I was able to give with Feedback Panda. But you're right. I don't worry about it too much anymore as well, but I do like being able to get it done really quick in between classes. James says, I've been using UCam 9 with my home computer. Okay, very interesting. Yeah. Amanda says the specs for PCs, i7 processor or higher, i5, 16 GB or RAM, if you can, or 8 gigahertz SSD memory and upgrade the video card. Yeah, wow, that's a little bit over my head, but I think if you're looking at the processor, definitely pay attention to that i7 processor or higher than i5. I think my MacBook Pro 2020, this one, is an i5. I'm just looking here. Yeah, I've got an Intel Core i5, 2 gigahertz quad core Intel Core i5. So Stephanie says, my husband, an IT engineer, and he is buying me a gaming laptop. Yeah, that'll be great. I don't know if it has an i7 processor and 32 gigs of RAM. It has an i7 processor. That's all I know. I trust him. Don't ask questions because it's his job. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a very quick rundown of how I do my feedback. So I don't usually do it with her, but she's definitely interested in being on the show. So she loves all the lights and knocking things over. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see what happened to me on Saturday. I opened up Zebra English classes for the first time in about 6 weeks. And I had my first class, and she went like launching through the air onto this platform that I've got my laptop, knocked the whole thing off. The students' reaction is priceless. But yeah, usually I have her locked away for classes. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Online Teacher Dude. Would love to see you there. I share some behind the scenes of my life and give you updates on content and things that are going on. So yeah, Online Teacher Dude on Instagram. And if you're not on Instagram, it's a great community, very positive, very uplifting, some really, really awesome teachers there. So go ahead and jump in, even if you're a little bit hesitant. So let's jump over to my Feedback Panda window real quick. So I'm going to share this screen with you. You can see it here. If you have got Feedback Panda, you can actually download the Feedback Panda integrator with VIP Kid, and you can be able to get to Feedback Panda right from within your portal. So here you see my latest class that I'm going to comment on. Let's do Max's. I would just click on the Panda here, and it is going to open up Feedback Panda in my browser. which means that I'm going to have to share another screen with you. So just a moment, and we will do a little swap-a-roo here. So we'll go to application window. Here it is. So this is what I will see when I'm going to give Max this feedback, basically. And what I want to pay attention to is that I have not so much what's in the actual box right here, but that his details are correct. So I'm going to go in here and make sure that all my students are up to date with their name. And I like to sometimes put in notes for various things if there's something about that student that I want to remember. So Max is up to date in there. And then what I do is I go into the feedback cloud. And this is really what is a game changer for doing your feedback. Because the app is now at least, I believe, 3 years old, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of feedback templates in here. And so I can choose a template that I want to use with my student. So it is automatically linked to that class. So all the templates that I see here are going to be teacher-created templates of that class. So if I go into, I usually go with the second most popular one. So if I go into Brad's here and I import that template, I'm going to go down here to import the template, import anyway. It's going to automatically import that template, change all the he's and the she's to Max, because when I went into my details here, I made sure that he is registered here as a boy, and the name that I want to use for him is Max. This is good to change if your student has a Chinese name on the platform and you don't call him by that name. You can update it in here. So then this is where I can do all of my customizing, okay? So a lot of people are critical of apps like Feedback Panda because they don't let you maybe do as individual feedback as you would like, because you're often using templates. But I can assure you that you can still be very unique in your language. You can add in your own phrases, your own templates, your own language into these things. And so let's just kind of do that here with Max. This is a rather short template, but I do like, the beginning. It's got a couple of things in there that are positive and reinforcing to how he did during the assessment. So when it says during the lesson here, Max discussed the topics clearly, use of vocabulary correctly, and read smoothly with good pronunciation. I might want to add in a phrase here that Max could practice extending his ideas with longer sentences and engaging more with the teacher in conversation. Okay, I'm just kind of using that as an example. But what I do is I take notes in the chat box of the class, and then I write 2 or 3 things that are highlighted throughout the class that I wanted to comment on, and I use that to then put into the templates here. So it makes it more individual and more unique to the class that we had and to the student. Now, I know Max quite well. I've had many, many classes with him. I'm not sure if it tells you in here. It says 46 times. I've had more classes than that with him, but I've only used Feedback Panda with him 46 times. But lots and lots of classes. So I might even start by saying a more unique greeting, like, it was great to see Max today. Whoops. That fell off. So my camera was not clipped properly. Are you there? Is everybody there? Is everyone there? Okay. So with my opening sentence, I might be a little bit more personal with him. I hope we had a great time on the weekend at the movies, something like that, related to what he told me in class. And then I can customize my signature. I can go to add signature, and I can, it will automatically paste the signature that I wrote for my standard signature, and then I can change it as needed. But that looks really good. I'm going to get rid of this last part here and then bring this up. Now, then I'm going to click copy feedback and click save and close. So the feedback is copied to the clipboard, and then I'm going to be able to just take that right over into my feedback with the student and copy and paste it, or just paste it into that box, and then we are good to go. And that literally takes me 1 to 2 minutes at the most. So it really is a game changer, with getting feedback done really quickly. So Feedback Panda has a 1-month free trial. So the link in the description of this video will let you just sign up, gives you a free month, and then you can decide after 30 days if you want to pay for the subscription. The subscription now is $15 a month, but if you kind of think about that in terms of, number of classes taught, so that's like 1 to 2 classes at the most, that would sort of cover your Feedback Panda cost. But if you think about the time that it saves over the course of a month, I mean, to me, it was really a no-brainer to purchase Feedback Panda because it saved me so much time. I wasn't recreating the wheel. I was using templates regularly, and it just was, it just made things so fast for me. Yeah, your student's face when it fell was golden. Yeah, and my face too. That's a perfect example of a disaster happening on a live or in a class. Too funny. Yeah, Stephanie says, yay, can't wait to get it. Cool. So I do have a referral link for it. It gives me a little kind of a bonus. It's not a monetary bonus, but it gives me, I think, contribution towards like another free month or something like that. So go ahead and use the link in the description just to sign up. There's a no, commitment sign up. You can do it for 30 days, and then you can decide whether or not you want to jump in. So they actually have, I think, like 4,000 teachers. The creator of Feedback Panda was a former VIP Kid teacher, and they recently sold it. I think I told this on another live, to another company that bought it, and their revenue per month was $55,000. So just an incredible business, of someone who thought of how to solve a problem for somebody else, for a group of people, online teachers, and it's now integrated with lots and lots of companies. So GoGoKid, I believe, iTutor as well. I think there's several you can see on their main website, the different companies that it is integrated with. So, yes, Samantha Panda, so many templates. Yeah, I didn't know you were well, I knew you were a Panda, but I didn't know whether you were a Feedback Panda user. Yeah, it is really, really great. It saves lots of time. So check it out. No cost to check it out and try it for 30 days. And I have a video on my channel called 8 Feedback Panda Hacks. And I go a little bit more into advanced detail about using signatures, creating your own templates, some tips and tricks that you may not know about if you're just a template user within the app, which is fine if that's all you do, but there really are lots and lots of other things that you can do inside of there. Okay, so I'm going to try this on here with ManyCam, and let's see, hopefully it works. So I'm going to switch over to my ManyCam camera here. Okay, cool. Yeah, and it doesn't change the lighting too much either. So I had a few people ask me about my lives and how I get these overlays here. So these overlays, like this one here and this one down here, this is all part of StreamYard. So when you do a live through StreamYard and it goes to Facebook or to YouTube or whatever channels you send it to, you can put different overlays in it. That's how I got the countdown timer. But ManyCam is very similar in that you can add overlays to your camera screen. That's basically all this is. They're just overlays of images, text, and things like that. So when I go into StreamYard and I add a banner like this, so this is just an overlay of my website ticker going down at the bottom. And then I've also got my website here. You can just have something like that. This is called a lower third. So ManyCam is very, very similar. And if you're using StreamYard and you do lives on YouTube, you don't really need to get the pro version. I do have it because I like some of these branded things, but you could just use ManyCam to use those things. But it does require, you're going to have to be kind of navigating both StreamYard and ManyCam at the same time. Whereas when I do my lives, I'm only in StreamYard. I don't have to go over to ManyCam and worry about, various overlays and things like that. Okay, so let's do a little share screen here. And this might not work out as well as I wanted to because I'm not able to share just the ManyCam window, but I might be able to. Let me try it here. I might have to share my entire screen with you, so that's okay. Just bear with me. So let's go to share screen, and we'll go to share entire screen here. Okay. All right. So can you see? Yeah, it's not that pretty. But basically, this is what the ManyCam interface looks like. And as I said, I'm a really new user, but I'll show you some cool things that you can do in just a few minutes. So I have my name down here, Teacher Tim EL. So this, if I go into the online platform that I'm teaching on, whatever company it is, and you go into your settings to choose the camera that you want to use, you need to make sure that the ManyCam camera is selected. Otherwise, it's just going to be the camera that is built into your computer. So if you're using an external camera, you're going to have that option like I do, or you're going to have the ManyCam option once it's installed. And then you can do different things within ManyCam. You can make presets. So for example, this is a timer preset, which allows me to set this before 5 minutes before class and do a countdown. So I can then go into my, let's see, time here, and I can click the play button, and then it's going to start counting down. I really wish I could just share this window because I cannot see anything else here. I'm going to have to change. Oh, I see what's going on here. Let me remove, let me actually change out of here and go to this. Okay, now you can see me again. Okay, so you can see the countdown timer is going. So this is a preset that I use for counting down to class. Now, the one in the preset down here in the bottom left corner, just above the timer, is just my ManyCam camera. So this is where I can, add different things and take things away. Now, I don't have any other presets right now. You could make a preset for your goodbye slide. So if you want to have a slide that says goodbye, great to see you. If you're a VIP teacher and you want to put your WeChat idea down there, or you want to make something more decorative, there really are lots of great options for that. I just haven't gotten into making presets. I mainly use it for digital props, rewards, and the virtual background. So ManyCam is free, but you can also purchase it. And I will just show you very quickly here what that looks like. Okay, so the cost for ManyCam for a lifetime subscription, which allows you to do green screening and those kinds of things, is $119. So that's the studio version here, or it is $59 per year. Kind of makes sense to go with $119 because you get it for life. Now, the standard version is $29 a year or $59 for lifetime, but it doesn't allow you, you can see here, it doesn't allow you to do virtual backgrounds, background blur, or Chroma Key. Now, for those that are wondering, what the heck are you talking about? That is basically the ability to transform your background into something else while leaving your silhouette in place. So you've seen virtual backgrounds on applications like Zoom and things like that. That's basically what Chroma Key is and what a green screen does. If you're going to use green screen, you are going to need to purchase ManyCam, and you want to have a light green or a light blue background. So my shirt would not be really good with ManyCam because it's kind of blue, so you want to avoid greens and blues. Let's see what people are saying. Aaron says, I do it for VIP Kid, Zebra English, and Go Kid. That's awesome. ManyCam is webcam software. It lets you control your webcam. You can get a free version. The version has a watermark and only one feed. Yeah, it's a great way to start. Gwen uses presets for maps, greeting slides. Yes. Gwen says there is often a discount through VIP Kid. I don't know about that, Gwen. I have seen a discount a couple years ago for it, but yeah, I don't know. I paid for the lifetime version. Amanda says studio version is the best for online teachers. It does everything you want. You need studio for green screen. Yes, correct. The 6 Apple card and VIP Kit has the best discount for studio version. It's the cheapest I've seen. Oh, cool. So I didn't even know that it was in the 6 Apple card. Very cool. So let's go back over and application windows. Let's do my entire screen. It's going to look a little bit messy. We'll close out of here and get this back up. I don't know what you can see. I hope you can see something that looks decent. Okay, so I made a very quick folder. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do over here. You can do lower thirds, which lets you put a lower third into the basically into the bottom left of yours or middle here. Yeah, lower third of your screen. So you could customize that as you want. I don't really see the need to do that unless you're doing like live streaming, but for the online classroom, I don't really see the need for that. So virtual background. Now, I don't have a green screen, so it's not going to look great, but yeah, see, the green screen is going to make it look a lot better, but it does actually work without a green screen. It's just not the best. You can also blur your background. And if you do have a green screen, you can use Chroma Key, and then you could, download your own virtual background and add it in here. They've got all kinds like, yeah, Chroma Key doesn't work, but if I click replace, it lets me to put some of these in here. So they've got some preset ones like a cliff and a doctor's office. But if you Google mountain, if you Google education related Zoom backgrounds or ManyCam backgrounds, you'll find lots of really great ones like classrooms. They've actually got a classroom in here, very formal looking classroom, but that's kind of cool as well. But what I love is the ability to have effects. So I've clicked on effects over here, and you can see there's lots of categories for effects. So I want you to think about effects in terms of props and rewards. So the ability to add digital props, digital rewards right into your classroom. Camera screen, okay? So this is really great for those that want to be more minimalistic. Maybe you want to travel a little bit more, all those kinds of things. So I created a folder here called Thanksgiving, and I put various Thanksgiving kind of related things into here. Now, the borders that I found, which I can add, look like this. Very messy, covers half my face. This one as well, super, super messy and a little bit too cluttered. But you could search around and find other things. But if you were teaching about, what kinds of things we eat at Thanksgiving, you could talk about cranberry sauce and add different things like that in here. There is a pumpkin and a pumpkin pie here. One thing you need to be aware of is that the VIPK classroom is narrower than what the ManyCam screen is going to give you. So you do need to be careful. You're probably only going to get about this wide. So as you play around with these things, do be careful about, you need to keep them within the screen, but you'll see that on your VIP Kid camera. So these are really great. You can teach about, things that you're eating for Thanksgiving dinner, all those wonderful things. And then it's very simple to get rid of them. You can just, you could just click it again and it will disappear. Or you can go down here and actually hide them here by clicking the eye, which takes them away. So, if you're a brand new, never thought about using digital props and rewards, I'm sure your brain is ticking for, the wonderful ways that you could incorporate a lot of these things into your classroom in terms of rewards and props. So I was thinking earlier, I could have a turkey and I could add feathers to the turkey as I give the student rewards. And, as you get more comfortable with ManyCam, you're going to be doing a lot less of the, looking down at it, and you'll be a lot faster with using some of those things to put onto your screen. So this is just a very, very quick, basic intro to it. If you have questions, reach out to me. Reach out to Amanda Panda teacher, Amanda Gray Steinacker. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Amanda. I've never actually said your full name because I just call you Amanda Panda. But Amanda, what is your website? Give a shout out to where folks can maybe get some more free resources or check out what you're doing, because she really is the ManyCam pro. Yeah, over 10,000 effects. That's amazing. And you could download your own digital effects as well and upload them. You just want to make sure that they are PNG, transparent pictures, so that they don't come with a white box around it, as you normally see when you download things. So just a quick little intro to it. I do have a referral link for ManyCam, but as I said, you don't need to pay for it right away. So if you want to just jump in and use that and get started, feel free to do that. Both links will be in the description for Feedback Panda and ManyCam. And I'm sharing these two because I really love them. Honestly, Feedback Panda is what I use every day in class. So I'm sharing a resource that is so helpful to me. And if you're a new online teacher or struggling with feedback, it really, really can be helpful to you as well. And ManyCam I'm excited about because there's so many possibilities with it. And I jumped in and bought it, and I'm starting to experiment with it and figure out kind of what works for me. That's what it's all about. You don't have to use everything. You don't have to do everything. Figure out what works for you, what is going to make your life easier. If it's going to make your life more complicated, then don't use it, right? If it's going to add to giving you more time, more freedom, more flexibility, use it. If it's something that's going to add variety to your classes, which ManyCam definitely will, I will tell you, after being a non-ManyCam user, I found it really spiced up my classes and it made it more interesting. The content wasn't as dry, and I was really kind of bringing in a lot of extra things. So, you know, again, you don't have to use these things, but they are great tools for online teachers, and you can use them in Zoom or whatever platform you are a teacher on. So thank you for being here. We're a little bit over time. I tried to stick to the 30-minute limit to let you get on with your day, but I appreciate you being here. And if there's anyone with any questions, I will chat with you for a minute here. Jalen says, in the 6 Apple area, VIP kit is $60 for life. I think for the studio version or something like that. Well, if it is, I wasted a lot of money. That's but good to know. Yeah, Amanda says, new Macs are great with ManyCam. ManyCam has a database of thousands of effects that make it easy to integrate and use, way better than Cam Twist. Yeah, I think Cam Twist is recommended for maybe older versions of Macs that can't support the ManyCam software. Yeah, there we go. Old Macs are better on Cam Twist and OBS. There you go, exactly. Thank you, Alexander, for being here. Green screen with Chroma Key is best because we move around so much. Lots of programs have lots of virtual backgrounds. Chroma Key works amazing for online teachers. Yeah, exactly. I find when I don't have my green screen up, I have it over there. It's just, you know, things kind of disappear and it doesn't look as great, but yeah, very, very true. So let's see if Tina, really appreciate all your help. Thank you so much. I just like to share and, you know, offer value, and it's so fun to do these. So I just appreciate all of you being here and hope that you find value in them. I think next week we are going to talk about Zebra English, because I am starting to open up more classes with them, and they are hiring. So lots of people have questions about them. And I'll be honest with you, I make on the higher end of income, you know, base pay plus incentives plus short notice with VIP Kid. And Zebra English is definitely competing with my pay now at VIP Kid, because I'm only teaching about 100 classes a month. So I will share, you know, what I make at both and what I like about Zebra. Gwen says she got a big piece of green felt fabric at Walmart for a green screen. Awesome. Yeah, that's very, very cool. Yeah, you can get them so cheap. I ordered one online for, you know, about $5. So thanks for being here, Les. Appreciate you being here. Yes, it's Zebra English. Yeah, newer company, went on a hiring freeze for about 4 months. They're hiring again. They're very similar. I feel like a lot of these companies start with the same structure as VIP Kid, and then they change, just like VIP Kid did. But Zebra English is starting kind of how a VIP Kid started, when was it? 5 or 6 years ago. Has it been that long? 4 years ago. So they're very much offering the same kinds of payments, higher base rate pay right now. And yeah, they have 1 million students in their AI app, which is incredible. But now what is happening is those students are coming over to what they've just created, which is the live product with a live teacher. So yeah, very different type of classroom, and it's very game-based, but super fun. Very, very, you know, it's good to have variety in your life. Best Ryan says, looking forward to learning more about Zebra English. Yes, if you want to get information on it on my website, onlineteacherdude.com/, you can go to Zebra English, or you can go to Teach at the top, and I have a page on Zebra English if you just want to see, you know, a little bit about it. But yeah, come next week and I will be talking more about Zebra. Thank you all for being here. If you've got questions, I hope I've got answers. Send me an email below and would love to connect with you. And as always, have a great day. Be good to yourself, be good to those around you, and, you know, just take one day at a time. That's what I'm telling myself every day. It's one day at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. You know, it's easy to get stressed in times like this, and it's been quite a year, but I hope that you are all doing well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And thanks for being here.